Please welcome to the stage, we have got Dragonborn Industries with the live Starfinder podcast. Please welcome to the stage. Come on out, guys.
Hi! I'm going to take those off straight away. Can't see? Let's get some glasses on. Let's go straight into there. Falmouth Princess Pavilion, hello. Thank you so much for having us. This is absolutely wild that we are doing a live show here, and it's a proper recording of our podcast and YouTube show, which, if you haven't caught up on the show already, that's fine. I'm going to do an overview of what's happened in our 35 episodes so far, but you can catch it all on YouTube. The QR codes are on the stand for that, but that's that. First of all, I just want to say thank you to the Pavilions and to the host, Comic, Movie and Anime Fest, for enabling us to get up on stage and make asses of ourselves. And to the charity behind it all, the True Butterflies Foundation, who are truly amazing and doing amazing work. We absolutely love you. And those of you out there who haven't checked them out should absolutely, please go check them out. But as we've said, this is the Starfinder podcast. And for those of you who are like, what is this? What's Starfinder? Well, to cut a story short, Starfinder is a science fiction tabletop role-playing game, or ttrpg. It's based off the Pathfinder system by the awesome guys at Paizo, which in turn is based on Dungeons and Dragons. Well, if you don't know what Dungeons and Dragons is, well, you're about to learn a few things or two. Basically, a group of us muggles are going to sit up here, we're going to play pretend as our characters, which we're all going to introduce in a minute, and as we make decisions and we tell a story together, we're going to roll some dice, and those dice are going to decide how those actions bear out. Hi, how are we doing there? You alright? Guest player. Basically, we're grown adults playing pretend and doing some maths. That's all it is all there is to us. I'm joined, as always, for those of you who listen on the podcast or listen and watch on YouTube, by most of the crew here. We are down Emily today, who unfortunately couldn't be here, who plays Skelkinshaw. But I'm going to go down the table. I'm probably going to start at that side. And if you guys can introduce who you are, the character you play, and a little description of that character, please. So, Tamsin.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming. So my name's Tamsin, I play the character Calyx. He's like a 3-foot high sentient caterpillar, for lack of a better term. Got my little axolotl face going on. He's mainly a magic user, and maybe a little naive. So yes, imagine a little sort of squidgy centaur caterpillar.
Space bug.
A little space bug.
He's a space bug wizard.
And he's got a gooey little center.
James.
Hi, I'm James. I play Ida Couture, who is essentially a 6-foot goblin. He mostly wears white sort of combat outfit, and he plays as a technomancer. It's kind of a bit more sort of like a technic role, so in the back, but
it's like a magic meets technology mix. It's where magic and technology collide in this fantasy sci-fi universe. Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I play Roose Pitt, who is a 6'5" humanoid chicken. The mask has nothing to do with it, by the way. His race is an Aspraxis, so if you were playing D&D, that would be an Aarakocra. My class is a Solarian, so basically I draw my power from the fundamentals of the cosmos. Gravity, starlight, that kind of thing.
Space Jedi.
Space Jedi, yeah. That's me.
Jack.
Hello, I'm Jack. I play a character called Kaz Umbra, who is sort of like a dark elf, but the race is Strix. He is a nanocyte. So, due to his past, he's developed the ability to control his own atoms as nanites, and he can form items out of nothing. He wears sort of this metal-plated armor, which is connected by a sort of coloured force field. He's a very moody character, wears goggles all the time, and yeah, can't wait to play.
And that brings us to Steph down at the end here.
Hiya, I'm Steph. I play TJ Squeakerson, who is, for lack of a better term, a space hamster. It is a kind of a play on the Yosoki, which are a rat folk, which Ian has very kindly homebrewed for me. The Hastoki are a race we're still kind of discovering in this world. They don't really have a home planet, so they're kind of a new thing. But TJ is an envoy, which is essentially like a space bard, and he wears a nice big Elvis cape and wields a big old corporate briefcase.
So those are the players that are with us today, but we're going to jump into the episode in a moment, but because this is a regular canon episode for us in our campaign, which again you can check out on all the podcast platforms, and you can check them out on YouTube, you can check those out on things like Twitch, everything's under Dragonborn Industries or Starfinder Podcast. We do actually have to talk about our regular show sponsors, so to which end I have to hand back over to Steph over here to talk about Warrior Prince 3D.
Hello, it's me again. We have an amazing sponsor of our show, Warrior Prince 3D, which is your one-stop shop for anything 3D printed. From cosplay items, tabletop terrain and minis, to anything you could possibly need printing, Warrior Prince 3D is the answer. You can find them at www.warriorprince3d.etsy.com, or you can find them on Instagram at warriorprince3d. If you can't find something that you're after, Rich is amazing at sorting them out with anything that's floating around in your noggin. What he can find is incredible. He has printed like most of the minis and tabletop that we use in our campaign, but we are also able to offer a 10% discount as part of Dragonborn Industries by using the permanent code To The Stars. That's all one word, To The Stars, for 10% discount on his online storefront. If, however, you do want to find him a little bit more locally, Happy Piranha, the sponsors of today's event, are also a stockist of Warrior Prince 3D. We love HP. You can find them locally or online. So thank you, Warrior Prince 3D.
Thank you, Steph. Thank you to Warrior Prince 3D for sponsoring the show. I also need to talk about Roll and Play Press, who are a UK publishing company who deal with ttrpgs. They've given us an affiliate code, which is Dragonborn10, which you can use at checkout at rollandplaypress.com to get 10% off your orders. So do check those out. They are really good. They're great to have behind a dungeon screen or a Game Master screen. But apart from that, we are going to jump into today's episode of Starfinder here on the Dragonborn Industries podcast. So I'm going to get some music going and we're going to jump in. So, a crew of individual explorers from the Starfinder Society and corporate delegates from the Dynatech Industries galactic conglomerate come together to look for the missing starship crew of a previous joint expedition between the two organizations. Upon finding the two survivors and ship of this expedition, our crew claim themselves a new starship, but also find the mysterious Guardian Orb, far, far away from what should be its home planet of Demalco, the home planet of crew member Skelkin Shaw. Why is this orb here? And why have the previous crew all died over it? And why was a sleeper agent in the crew willing to kill everybody? After returning to their home on Absalom Station, the crew are used against their wishes as the poster of success for Dynatech, and this large press conference is held outing the crew and their mission, but also as a way to begin the sales of a new line of bioengineered AI, the Hastoki, the same race as one of our crewmates, TJ Squeakerson. The crew also learn that Dynatech Industries plans to insert their own candidate into the Starfinder Society leadership race as a secretive sect of this organization reached out to the crew looking for help to stop this and letting this money-hungry company gain access to potentially galaxy-ending information. And then, when trying to barter for freedom of our crewmate TJ, they learn the horrid truth that TJ is due for termination as a faulty unit, as well as some other abhorrent goings-on within the company. They run, making escape for Calyx's home planet of Kashoria, where they also uncover the same company has a smuggling operation, smuggling the eggs of their people off the planet so that they can do who knows what and experiment with these individuals. The crew thwart the smuggling operation, which is under the guise of a mutineering pirate organization. And after that, learn through a vision from Calyx's god, Desna, the god of luck, dreams, of butterfly, of transformation, about a potential second guardian or here on the planet. And with that, they make haste through the living dream, a jungle made of nightmares, until they make it out the other side. They hear gunshots in the middle of the night. Pew, pew, laser fire somewhere off in the distance. They begin running to see if there's something they can help with. And as they breach the tree line at the end of this jungle, they find an odd sight. To set the scene for you guys where we jumped in from last week, or where we ended from last week even, you've heard this laser fire off in the distance. You've gone rushing towards it in the name of helping those who may need your assistance. You find yourself in a clearing to see this large mountain eel at the foot of this mountain in this crash site where there is a starship and two individuals trying to fend it off. A female Lashunta with a beautiful face, deep green hair and matching eyes, and these two slender antennae that come out of her humanoid forehead with these slight green glows at the top of them. And a human male, short, dwarven in stature, who is in a long trench coat, a shirt and tie, who is flailing a battle ribbon around as he screams, "Mallet! Mallet, I can't see the thing! You gotta bring me on, Mallet!" We are still in initiative from last week's session, and at the top of the round, Ida Katoro, you are first up. Obviously, we have the map in front of us here. If we need to move things, that's absolutely fine. We can go around and do that. But you are up first. You are in melee with this mountain eel, just as Malar has managed to bind it with some Medusa-like weapon that she currently has in her hand. What would you like to do?
I'm going to disengage from the eel. I'm going to run over to Bruce and face my hand and go, "Bruce, you've got this."
Okay, so Starfinder disengage is a 5-foot movement action, and you have to do a guarded step, but you can only move 5 foot. You could spend another resolve point to do that, and then rush into it. So if you want to spend a resolve point, and I'm going to run all the way around there and sort the map out. So where would you like to go?
So I'd like to go 5 foot towards the stage, from away from the stage, and then directly in line with Bruce.
Perfect, we're in melee.
So as I say, you've got this, Bruce. You see this blue sort of kinetic energy come from my sort of chest panel, flow along, run down along Bruce and up into his weapon as it starts to glow. You have now got an upgraded weapon. Cool.
Okay, so you see this magical power surge into your weapon, Bruce, and your weapon already is like glowing with the photon energy of the universe. Is that everything from you, Ida Katoro?
That's everything for my turn.
Okay, Kaz Umbra, you see next to you, Bruce is being empowered by Ida. You've got cover with Skelka behind this crashed starship. What would you like to do?
Kaz will, I think, speak to the people we found. You better start telling us who you are, or we're not going to help you.
You see this humanoid with his eyes tight closed. He's like, no, we came here looking for you. We got questions for you. We've been assaulted by this bloody eel. And it's like flailing this whip around, this like, and it is a gymnast ribbon. To say the least, it is a gymnast ribbon that he's using as his weapon.
Are you going to kill us?
No, we need to ask you some questions regarding some incidents back on Absalom Station.
I'll hold you to that. And then Kaz will, I think, try and move as much as I can towards the eel.
Yeah, so you can do a 5, 10, 20. But if you've got 30-foot movement, you can probably get right about 10 foot away from it. Absolutely, perfect.
And I will shoot it with my pistol.
Okay, so
touch my arm.
Yeah, so tell us what's going on.
So I've got this pistol sort of locked onto my arm here, and I sort of draw it up, and it comes out of brace, and I hold it in my arm, and I shoot.
Okay, so you let the shaft make the attack roll. This is the first roll!
That's a natty 1!
Natural 1!
Woo! Good start.
It's gonna go really, really well.
Brilliant.
Okay, so there's no critical fumble, but unfortunately, maybe, you tell me, You saved on your saving throw last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can actually look this thing. You tell me how you miss.
I think it gets stuck in its brace, and then I try to fire the trigger, and it just jams.
Okay.
And I'm just like, oh, damn it.
Okay, you run up, you try and take the shot. Is that the end of your go?
That is, yes.
Bruce, Ida runs up to you, powers up your weapon. Kaz comes in, but like his weapon jams on his arm. What would you like to do?
Well, cheers, mate. Oh, I should explain. Roos is from the Midwest. Thanks, buddy. And then I'm going to move perhaps 30 foot up to the creature, but not within melee.
You'd actually be in line with Kaz there. Do you reckon you can do that? So it's about 10 foot away from Split Attack now. Or I have to run round.
Hey.
Be free.
There.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, darling.
Then I'm going to attune. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can absolutely. So this is your second round of attuning to the photon mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Third, I'm going to throw a grenade into the sprawling mass of the eel.
Okay, so you take a grenade out. Is this a frag grenade?
This is a frag grenade.
Okay, so that close, you just need to beat an AC 5. I presume you're putting it just past it so that we're not patching yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. As a 13.
Okay, so that's going to hit you. I need to beat an AC 5. I need somebody to roll me a reflex saving throw. Somebody can grab the D20 that is inside that dice tray at the foot of the stage there.
Go on.
I'm going to let you guys roll for me.
Do it.
9 plus its reflex save. Let's see what is happening here. It has a reflex save of plus 10. It's a 90. It's going to pass. It's going to take half damage.
Okay, so that's 1d6. Can I roll that?
Yeah, roll it up, buddy.
That's a 4, so that's 2 damage.
2 damage.
From a grenade.
With a grenade, bro. So maybe you throw it just a little bit too far and it goes past it. But whoosh, this blast goes off and I need to do some damage to the mountain eel. Next up is going to be Skelken, who I will be controlling today. Putting points of damage on there. So let's grab Skelken short. So let's see what Skelken can do. Skelken is going to, we're going to need another dice roll in a minute. We're going to need 2 of them. So Skelken is going to run. Actually, no, she's going to stay where she is. So if somebody wants to grab the D20 and roll it for me, let's see how good Skelken does.
In the dice tray, thank you.
Woo! So it's going to do a trick attack. Okay, so she fails at the trick attack, but she now gets to make her regular attack. Roll it again.
Do it again.
7 plus her modifiers. Unfortunately, this rifle goes off, and she's carrying this large sniper rifle, and she's this like slender grey humanoid with like a Viking braid and shaved side hair, and she's wearing this skin-tight flight suit, and she just brings up the sniper rifle and goosh, sets it up, and unfortunately this writhing mass of an eel just is moving around too much, and it's in too close proximity for a sniper rifle. That is a full turn to do a trick attack. Alex Mallard is like, I'm gonna have to look, boss! And she opens her eyes and she brings up this Medusa class rifle. I need another roll. If anybody wants to roll that D20, we're gonna need somebody to roll it because my dice are all down there. Go for it.
Go on, you can do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
17.
That's a good one.
That's very good. With a plus 9 to hit, that is definitely going to do some damage. This is 8 points of acid and sonic damage as this rifle, you watch like a ripple of stone magic go from the trigger all the way through the energy chambers until it gets to the muzzle, and then it's almost like a stone shot comes out at the end of it. When it collides with this mountain eel, it sends a ripple of stone all over it, almost like if you were to drop a stone in water. And it recoils ever so slightly, and it doesn't hiss. This creature makes no noise, but Mallard is like, I got it, boss. I don't feel like the gaze is going to work again. We can see it. And Gene Poach, this small humanoid, I trust you, Mallard. And he opens his eyes for the first time during this combat. The end of that go, it is Gene's turn. 4 years at Absalom Comprehensive has got me ready for this. And he's like begins to dance, and he's like doing like plies, and it's not graceful. It is, for lack of a better word, quite cumbersome, but he is going to run up to this beast. And he's going to run right here. Deep approach. Can get into melee with this creature. And he's going to make an attack roll. I need another attack roll, please, from somebody at the front. Right, let's have a look at Gene Poach's attacks. 13 plus 11 with his battle ribbon is going to hit. He does, so he runs up and he just goes, like flails it, and it does this like spinning circle, but as it does, you see this like burst of energy come from it, and it like almost hardens when it hits, and it slashes across this eel for 9 points of damage, and it's just like, got it! Next up is going to be the mountain eel's turn, so let's see who we can get. It is currently binded, which means it has half movement and cannot go all that far, but it's in melee with Gene, so let's have a look at what it can do. Let's go with, I think it's gonna, you watch as it arcs up like a snake, and it just rears its head up like a cobra ready to strike, and it has this like elongated jaw with these really fine needle-like teeth, and it just goes down to attack. If somebody can roll that d20 for me, please. I want the crit. I really want the crit on this.
Please don't.
6 plus
I like it.
16.
Oh, I
to
don't like
hit.
it.
This is a 24 against DCI Gene Poach. I'm going to tell you now that hits.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it is going to deal. Oh boy, this is not friendly. Okay. It has a plus 11 to this. Let's see how we roll. I'm going to use the digital roll for this one. Okay, it's actually a low roll. That is going to be 19 points as Gene takes this searing hit, and his coat is slightly ripped. The battle ribbon gets pushed to one side. Ah! Mallard, it got me! Mallard! Oh, it got me! But it doesn't need to move anywhere just yet, as it feels like it's got food at this point. It's got enough targets there that it does not need to move. Calyx, you see all of this unfold in front of you. What would Calyx, who is up here, who's climbed up some of these rocks, like to do?
I'd like to move.
Get down there. She's there. It's over. It's over.
And I'd like to cast Moment's Hesitation.
Moment's hesitation. Okay.
So, if you can make, or if someone in the audience can make a saving throw.
Okay, we need that D20 again, please. So I will point out this D20 that you guys are rolling for us. This is our campaign dice. I made this dice a while ago. 12, yeah? Perfect. So it's a campaign dice. At the end of this whole campaign, when we finish it, I'll be giving that one away. So I really wanted to have the history of today's show. 12 on a, as you say, a reflex save or a will save? Will saving throw. It's not fantastic. It's its worst save to 16.
Oh, it just about beats it then. It's,
Is there any ramifications for passing?
no, it, so Calyx holds out his little silks, tries to cast, but the eel's just too big, and it probably breaks free of the little fine silks that are trying to grasp onto it to activate the spell.
Okay.
I will stay there though, so...
Gonna stay where you are. And last up in the initiative is TJ Squeakerson. You are currently only just coming out of the jungle line where you just see this chaos unfold. You hear, Gene say that they've been looking for you. You see him rush forward with this ungraceful battle ribbon. You see your allies, your crewmates all fighting. What would you like to do?
Am I still paralysed?
So it's only for one round, so technically
Wicked.
you are out of paralyzed.
Nice. Okay, so for my movement action, I'm gonna look at this giant creature, and I'm gonna go, all right, chaps, let's eely mess him up for my get 'em.
I'll give you a +2 on that one, so everybody gets a +2 to hit until the end of TJ's next go.
And then I'm just gonna try and shoot him with my laser pistol.
Okay, make the shot.
Okay. Let's get rid of conditions. Okay, that's not too bad.
Looks good from over here.
23.
EAC.
Yeah.
Okay, that is going to hit.
Nice. And it's gonna be 3 points of fire damage.
That doesn't look as good. It's not resistant to that, which is very good. So 3 points of fire damage coming the eel's way. So let's add that one onto there. It's starting to look hurt though. It's really starting to look like the accumulated damage that you guys are dishing out to it is starting to, take its toll on this creature. I'm going to double check its HP. Yeah, cool. So we come to the top of a new round where Ida, you imbued Bruce's weapon. You still see it glowing. You stand there in your demonic mask, your horns ready to go. What would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Magic Missile as a full action, so instead of 2, it's going to fire all 3, and they're all going to be targeted at the eel.
Okay, so tell me how it looks when you cast your magic.
So as I cast my magic, I lift my gauntlet up, and you just see that energy again coming from his chest down to his arms, and you just see these bullets come flying out of this blue sort of ethereal trail as I just go psh, 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 and just target on, almost like they've locked on, and just go flying towards the eel.
Okay, so we watch as, please roll damage. It's an automatic hit for Magic Missile. It's not great.
That's 9 force damage as each one hit in a different location.
Okay, so we watch as these little blue projectiles, and they don't follow like a straight pattern. They like arc round to make sure they hit the target. And as this eel is writhing around, this ginormous mountain eel, they just strike into it, and it like arcs back like some kind of horrid floating sea monster that's at the foot of this mountain. Anything else, or is that, it's full turn for that
full
one?
turn, yeah.
Okay, so Kazumbra, you see these 3 projectiles smash into it. It arcs back. You've got a moment here. What do you do?
I think I will use a nanite surge to create my sword.
Okay, describe how that looks to us.
So he will thrust his arm out, and you can see the atoms of his arm sort of become a blade, and it will form in front of his hand, a bit like collapsing dominoes, just kind of, and it's almost like vibrating, as like it's superheated. And I will then move into melee with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Try and move myself.
You could just use your pencil and push it across. I'm not used to the map being so far away. Okay, so you pull out this sword as these nanites form from your very being into this like large, hot-looking blade that has that heat shimmer on it. I assume.
I will go and try and slash the eel.
Stabby, stabby, stabby! Here goes my voice. It's out of the tray.
Hey, that's blah blah blah. A thingy-majiggy.
That's maths.
That's a 14 in KSC.
I'm afraid that does not hit. As you go to strike him with this sword, maybe you find an area of like rock that protrudes out of this body, or an area of hard scales or something, and it's not that you miss, it's just that its hide is so tough that a tactical strike wasn't going to get through. At this point you probably needed strength more than anything, but it just bounces off. Anything else from yourself?
I think I'll have to stay where I am, I think.
Yeah, as you guys begin to like begin to like close in on this writhing creature. Bruce?
I'm going to go straight into melee.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to push across your pencil?
Cheers, Jet.
Yeah.
With a +2 bonus from the get him.
Oh, you had a +2.
Yeah.
Then it would have been a 16.
It hits!
Oh my god, there we go! Woo!
You got to keep me honest, guys. I'm not going to remember your bonuses. I'm only going to remember mine.
Joking.
Is that minimum damage?
Yeah, but it's 7 fire and slashing damage.
Okay, it's not resistant to any of those. So, it is now starting to look really messed up, guys. Bruce, sorry, we are now back to your go.
Right, so I'm going to use my solar weapon. So with some sort of arcane gesture, my sword just lights up with sunlight, and I'm going to make an attack.
Go for it.
So that'll be a 21 to hit.
Hit.
Right, so my damage is 6 plus 13.
6 plus 13.
So that's 14.
14 points.
And your supercharged weapon dice.
And my supercharged weapon dice. If anyone's good at maths out there, help me out. Is that all that?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So what was it to begin with?
It's a lot of dice in that tray. 14 to begin with.
18. 26 damage. Jeez.
How do you kill this creature, Roos?
Yay!
So I guess there's some sort of angle where I just stick my sword out, and then without really doing much, the eel's just going to stick its head into the point of my sword.
Very like Basilisk from Harry Potter. Like you just send this like massive like, and it's almost like the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII at this point, and like it just comes down on top of it, and this black ichor and ooze just falls from its mouth. Its teeth, like your arm goes between like these sharp fangs, and it goes limp. And this hovering eel now just, for the first time, making noise as its tail, its head, all locked to the ground. And in this moment, quiet befalls the battlefield. Jean and Mallard. Aye, it's a good job I was here to protect you all. But, let's face it, without these people showing up, we were in a real time. Just speak for yourself, Mallard! You speak for yourself! I had it all under control! Anyway, and he points this, like, handle at you, and it's this, like, floppy gymnast ribbon hanging off the end of it, and he's like, we've been looking for you, we've travelled the entire galaxy trying to find you. You're the buggers we've been looking for.
Who sent you? Specific.
Suppose you wouldn't know who I am. I'm DCR Gene Porch, and this is Detective Mallard, Dynatech Internal Affairs. And it's my understanding that you were present for 2 incidences inside the corporate building.
No comment?
Of course he says no comment. Are you all under the same guise of no comment?
Are you biased at all?
Damn it, man! I'm Internal Affairs. We're looking for corruption. We're looking for people who have attacked us. We don't know until we get the answers what side we're on.
If you're looking for corruption, then you might want to look at Dynatech.
Well, that's what Internal Affairs does.
All right.
And you see this man, he is short in stature, and he presents this large personality, but he is essentially a dwarf in height. He has this short afro, he has a sweatband on, a large trench coat, and then this beautiful, and actually Roos, in this moment, this beautiful Lashunta who is with him, I need you to do a recall knowledge check, please. So add a D20, you are going to get a circumstance bonus of +5 to this for reasons. It's just a D20 +5.
For reasons.
Reasons.
It's 21.
Okay. Going through the living dream, this jungle that you have been traversing for the past 10 days, you have had so many flashbacks, so many nightmares about things that have happened to you in your past. That corridor where you lost Lotep, your ward, your Lashunta friend, your trainee. And in this moment, you have another flashback, and you see her face, because this person is the spitting image of Lotep.
Spart? Is that you?
You're Roos. You're Roos, right?
You died. I watched you die.
No. You don't understand. Lotep was my sister.
I didn't even know she had a sister. I didn't know her background. I just know that she was under my wing.
She sent photos back to Castrovel, to our home. She went missing. You were the last person that I knew that she was with. You're supposed to be dead.
Well, I went into hiding for a while, but I'm back here now. Trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Where's Lotep?
I'm afraid she didn't make it.
And you see these large, almost magical green eyes, which begin to well with a sadness and a watery, like that line that you get under your eyes when you're about to cry. And she bites her lip for a moment. She's like, and she looks towards Jean, the small human, and he nods. When? How? What happened?
I'll spare you the details from her another time, but it weren't pretty. But she went out doing what she did best.
Where is she buried? Where can I find her?
Floor 184 is probably where you should look first.
Back at Dynatech?
Dynatech Industries, that's right.
But they said that she went on a mission with you and that you've been missing since then.
Yeah, I got shot in the back. Do you know who Deckard the Prior is? He was my commanding officer. And he's the one who sent Lotep to her death.
And like she looks towards Jean with like a puzzled look. And Jean's like, I know Deckard, he's supposed to be dead. Are you saying that he had something to do with this?
He had everything to do with it. And then he's gonna spit on the floor.
And like, you see Jean turns, and if we were watching like a camera, he'd turn away from the scene and he holds his chin. Bugger. I thought that case was closed. I thought it was over for me. But that's not why I'm here. You've all been on the run. You're supposed to be missing. You're supposed to be property owned by the company that these guys have stolen. Explain yourselves.
If it's internal affairs and it's corruption you're looking for, then I'm afraid this goes all the way to the top, my good man.
Tell me more.
Are you on Abstagram?
He looks to Mallard. No, boss, you're not.
Well, you should get an account and then follow H for Hostoki, for starters. But we've got footage of Dynatech. They've been farming the poor Kashorians for their silk. They've been peddling us Hostoki as AI, and I can assure you, my good man, I am entirely organic. I am an independent being. I left Absalom of my own free will, and I am not, I repeat, not property.
And he turns and again holds his chin. I'll decide your fate. I'll decide what you tell me. And then...
It's called forming an opinion, that.
And he turns and he's like looking to the rest of you. Now, tell me, why are you here? Why did you come? And he takes out this like little notebook. No data pad, no technology. He's got a small little flip book and he starts writing with a pencil. And he's like, now, I've tracked all over the galaxy to get here to chase down you buggers. And I'm telling you now, if it better not be in vain. Did you shoot up the lobby? Was it you?
Do you mean the incident with the terrorists?
Aye, but I've been told by some of the higher-ups, friends of mine, that actually it was you all in disguise and that you planned it and that's why you were there that day.
We would all be on CCTV, as in opposing. How could we be in disguise, opposing ourselves?
Then who was it?
It was terrorists. It wasn't us.
Some randos.
I'd like to say I was locked up for the last 4 years.
I don't know who you are.
Either. And you guys are, us, but we don't know you.
I'm DCR Gene Post, Dynatech Internal Affairs. But you're not on my... Mallard, bring up the list. No problem, boss. And this Lashunta lady who has this compad on her wrist taps a few things in a hologram of everyone here except for Ida Katori comes up. But we do see a red vest, a lizard man comes up as well, a former member of the crew who unfortunately wasn't strong enough to make it. And they bring it up and they're like, these are the personnel files that were given to us on each of you after you'd signed up for that first mission. Also, your now criminal records having stolen property from the company and your Absalom reports on who you are and where you live. However, with internal affairs being involved, as there was an incident within the building, we are looking at it from all angles. Apart from the footage that we've already been shown of you guys attacking a floor higher up and some of the scientists there, and obviously the attack on the lobby there, do you have anything that can prove your innocence?
I would like to just put it out there that those scientists attacked me.
Yeah.
I was fleeing for my life. They were going to cut me. Do you know what? And I'm going to get up my data pads and show them the images of the Dynatech labs and all the Hostoki. Take a look. I know it's inadmissible in a court of law, but, that's legit.
So, what we see is, Gene, he's not much taller than you, TJ. He hunches over the data pad, and he, goes to, zoom in, but doesn't know what he's doing.
No, you just got to, just pinch it.
Mallard, enhance! And she comes across and she zooms in for them, and we see this horrific Texas Chainsaw Massacre style laboratories where they are experimenting on the same races as TJ over here. They are bisecting them, they are dissecting them, they are doing things in the name of science and progression. And in this moment, Jean looks to you, is like, by God, I didn't know anything like that was happening inside. That's just...
It's because they don't want you to know.
Oh.
Did you know that when a Hostoki gets too much personality, they make us go boom?
But how do you know this?
Because of Bam Bam, and I'll get up the picture of Bam Bam splattered up the walls of Hostoki Tower. Bam Bam liked to drum on the commute. He drummed a little too loud one day, and the next thing we know, smoothie. I fear for Bolo Willie.
And he starts writing everything down, and...
So that's BAM-BAM.
And I'm assuming that you guys are telling him everything, yeah? And why you've been here and everything like that. And over the course of the next few minutes, he writes everything down, and Malad is just eyes on Roos the entire time. And eventually, when you get to the end of it, he's like, gosh, it's a lot to take in, but if this is all true... My God, I've got a lot of paperwork to do. But first of all, I need to get my shit back in order and get back to Absalom State. What? Where are you guys all off to next?
Top of mountain.
Yeah, we're going up.
And he looks up to the top of this mountain where we see for nearly 1,000 meters this stairwell leading to a monastery at the top of this place, which has these purple auras like a ripple through time and space that go across the sky from it. And I might have to join you on that climb and see what's up there. And we're going to go to break. And
I'm going to pause you there, guys.
we are indeed.
Right from the beginning. Did you all enjoy that, guys? Yes. They will be back. Don't you worry.
And we'll see what happens there later on in part 2. Thank you very much, guys. Hi. So we are back for part 2 of our Starfinder podcast episode. This is actually episode 36, I believe, of our campaign. We are very grateful for you being here. Thank you so much. But there's nothing to really do but to jump back into where we left off, to which end I'm just going to grab a little bit of music, a little bit of ambiance, a little bit of something, just to get us in the mood. As we come back in, we see as if we were the camera flying from it looks like a purple aura, like water reflecting on a ceiling, but this is the sky on an alien world in the NIST system, far, far away from most civilizations. We come in as we hit this monastery, this area of geofractal geometry, this unique architecture at the top of this mountain. And the camera flies down these long steps and these bioluminescent colors of pinks, greens, blues, of plant life and flora, fauna, everything that you could imagine on an alien world that is mostly jungle. Until we come to the foot of the steps where we see crumpled up stone, we see a crashed starship, a human who is 4.5 foot tall, and a Lashunta, this alien woman with these large, long, thin antennas with these green lights at the top and these beautiful...
Technical issues, give me 1 second.
Sorry. Technical issues.
He's back in the seat. Probably recording
Funny
this
Ren was
like
here.
the laptop. It's only missing a little bit. We'll just do a little vlog.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine. So... You see them talking. What are the rest of you doing in this moment?
Well, I wanted to come and distract Mr. Gene Poach.
Okay, how are you doing that?
Mr. Poach, sir? Mr. Poach?
And he
Hello?
turns around like, aye, it's Calyx, yeah?
Yes?
How can I help you?
I wanted to know, so you work for Dynatech?
Aye, internal affairs. After there was an incident with some faulty armor, we had to place a internal affairs company within the business, and I've been making sure we're riding the line of right since then.
Who do you answer to? Who's like above you?
I'm in charge of my own department. I'm the head of it. However, sometimes I bring reports to Rena Constantine, sometimes the media department with Kimpaya Zaki, but bugger, we answer to ourselves.
Okay, no, that's good. How much do you know about what we're doing?
About what, sorry?
Like how everything happened, why we're here, everything on Absalom.
All I know is that a few weeks ago now, there was an incident, and apparently some equipment was stolen. Now, I've been investigating the security breaches at the company, and that led me to you guys. Kimpaya informed me that maybe you were heading home, so Mallard and I have been setting out to find you and ask you some questions about it.
Well, I think we should just try and get to the top of this mountain first before we answer any of your questions.
Yeah, no, I need to turn it all back on. Well, if we're heading to the top of the mountain...
Before we head off, I'm going to see if I can salvage any parts or cores or anything from the ship.
Give me an engineering check, please, to see if...
Yeah. That's a 25.
25? Okay. So, with a 25, what you can see here is there's been some structural hull damage to the crashed starship. There has also been a slight crack to the canopy of the cockpit. It is a two-seater starship. It's a small personnel ship. It's quite battered. It's not just seen damage and decay here, it has seen it previously for its entire life. If we could imagine a starship, but it was like a 1980s Nissan Micra. And it was all rusty, it needs welding at certain points, and that's basically what Gene Poach has been teaching Alex Mallard to drive. What you can gauge from it, the power core is absolutely fine. We also have, its weapons are fine, but they are embedded in the ground. Its computing systems are fine. It is just its thrusters that really are the problem. With a 25 and a decent amount of time, that's fixable.
I mean, guys, their craft's fixable. I mean, I just need a little time in Kaz, maybe some help.
Well, not with this interference. It's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it might crash again though, that's the only problem.
Yes.
Desna doesn't like things flying around this mountain, so I don't know how you'd get it back off again.
We could long rest. By the time you get it fixed, we could be in a better position to go over the mountain.
Well, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't need a long rest.
No, I'm fine.
Not that long since we had one, really. So
No.
I'm just lazy.
Are you tired already, Roos?
I think Skelkin at this point, this character who, obviously Emily's not here today, but Skelkin is this Demai, a 6.5 foot tall, slender grey humanoid with this tight Viking braid undercut. It's like, we need to get moving. We can't stay here. More things are going to come out of that jungle, and we have a job to do. We need to find these orbs. We need to keep Roy moving. And if these guys are really with Dynatech, then there's no saying we can't just push them down the mountain when we get to the top.
agreed.
I agree with that.
Yeah, let's get moving.
And she like just daggers at the boat, and she's just like, you have been warned.
Yeah.
And with that,
Couldn't have said it better myself.
are you guys making your way up the mountain?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is an arduous climb that is going to take around 8 hours. To which end, we are going to make this a skill check.
Oh no.
A group skill check as such.
Here we go.
If somebody would like to grab that D20, we're going to set a DC for the first part of this skill check.
Roll low, my man.
Roll low.
Roll it low.
Oh my god.
Natural.
That's the opposite.
Oh, he's got his cred stick! So, this is a homebrew rule that we have with our campaign. So, normally in Dungeons & Dragons, you can gain advantage or disadvantage on a roll, depending on how you RP, whatever your Dungeon Master gives to you. What I like to do is to issue these out. These are little tokens that the players can spend at any point to force a reroll of any D20 roll. So, you need to reroll that D20.
Nat one.
15.
It's a bit better.
The DC is going to be set at 15. The majority of you are going to have to beat for the first 2 hours a 15. You tell me how you are going about keeping yourselves going. Like the stairs at some point are going to be slippy. They are going to be some that are worn away. There's going to be like rock falls. You know, you tell me the dangers of climbing a mountain, even with this staircase, how you go about it.
That's a good question.
What is useful?
What can you use in your skills?
So I've got still this like inaudible amount of rope.
Yeah?
So if there's any bits which are like particularly steep or slippy, because I'm a good climber, I'll go ahead, like pin down some rope, and like help guys like throw it back down for them so that they can use it to like help pull themselves up, and then I will retake that rope back again.
Okay, that to me sounds like an intelligence check.
Oh, right.
To make sure that you can find the right rocks, find the right things to connect to.
Intelligence, that thing you definitely have.
Not to brag, but I can fly.
That
So I
definitely
guess
sounds like a brag, my guy.
I can take point.
So are you going to just like take point, maybe keep an observation ahead of you, maybe
Yeah.
you're looking out for rock falls and difficult areas?
That's right.
That sounds like a perception check to me, my friend.
Can you carry someone with you?
Possibly. Is that possible?
Yeah, so if you were to carry somebody, you would be infringing on your strength here. So if you wanted to, you could give an athletics check for me to see if you can carry somebody. So what did you roll in your perception first?
I was a 19.
A 19. What did you roll in your intelligence?
8.
An 8! So we have a success and we have a failure. Give me that athletics check.
14.
Total.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 failures to 1 success. Ida, anything from you?
I'm going to look at sort of the geography, see if I can potentially pick out where rocks are going to fall or where people have walked previously.
Okay, so it seems like a survival check to me.
Yeah.
I love it when they don't do well.
Yeah, that's 4 plus a circumstantial, that's an 8.
Oh, a 3rd failure.
Connor, roll lower next time.
Over here. Anything else?
I'm going to use my nanos to create something called an auto grappler.
Oh!
I'm going to use, instead of shooting it, I'm going to use it to just push it down.
Yeah, like a piton.
Yes.
Or a python. I don't know how you say that.
One of those things. And then just be trying to short it.
Okay, give me a D20, but with your class key modifier, which I think for you is Constitution.
Yep.
So as a nanosite, Con is your main one.
Oh my god.
This is not good. That's 11.
11!
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter what you roll here, TJ. What are you doing?
See, I'm stuck with now being a charisma build on a mountainside. I'd like to use my profession, which is karaoke, to try and bolster my crew. And I'm going to just sing them a little ditty as go. Ain't no valley high, ain't no mountain low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. And I'm just going to sing every mountain-based song that I know.
What is your modifier for your profession?
That is on karaoke, a plus 10.
Okay, you can take a -10 to this roll.
No! That'll bring it to 8.
8, perfect.
very mean.
As you annoy the rest of the party, sing. No, would you guys be annoyed?
Subjective.
Will you pack it in?
No, never.
Trying to concentrate here.
And maybe that's what like is distracting everybody else. Is that like this singing, you can't like focus on what you're supposed to be doing. The survival check is just like, please pack it in. For Bruce, you are just like, I'm glad I'm not there. Kaz, yeah, you're trying to put these pythons in, but it's just like, really? It's like TJ is dancing past you. Now I do need to roll for Gene, Alex, and for Skelken. So I need 3 D20 rolls, please. If somebody can come and roll that dice 3 times for me. First one. Skelken gets a 13, plus her survival is going to put her at a 20. Of course he does. Okay, so
This is not good.
it is an absolutely abysmal fail. And what actually happens here is, as you guys make your way up, there is a rockfall as there's maybe like an area of bad weather that's happened, and a lot of the steps are now covered in a mud, and there's like a minor landslide. You are going to take 2d8 falling damage.
Ow.
Not d6s.
All of us?
Yep, everybody is going to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage in this first 2 hours as you slip, you scramble. Maybe it's your nails having to like dig into rock and mud, but you are definitely taking some damage. Damage! My voice is really going today. So, over the next sort of 4 hours, it now gets steep. It's not that it's difficult in terms of mudslides or rock slides. This is now becoming very steep steps. Some of them are very shallow. You are having to use your strength to really try and climb. Obviously, if you can fly, you're okay.
Yeah.
But everybody at this point is going to have to give me an athletics check to climb, unless you have a climb speed. Calyx is an automatic pass. Roos can fly, so it's an automatic pass. That is 2. TJ.
22.
Pass. Ida.
Oh, nat 20, but -1, so 19.
Nat 20, bro. Kaz.
23.
23. We have 5 successes, which is going to take us over the edge. But I kind of want to see what happens with Jean Mallard, and I want to see what happens with Skelken. Yeah. So once more, grab that D20, someone. I need 3 rolls of the D20, please. It's at the front of that stage.
Go on.
Shout them out for us. 10 for Mallard. 14 for Gene Poach. 17 for Skelken. All of you, this large group, and these like staircase of like climbing. And you know, like in Lord of the Rings, when like they're climbing that staircase by the insert the name of the place.
Shelob's Lair.
That's the one.
Shut up, Jack.
Sorry, man. Saw your thunder.
Up to Shelob's Lair. I was waiting for the mountains. You guys adeptly climb this thing. And now, near the top, you start to see a few different things. But now we're starting to see a more gentle trail as we get towards the top. There is, you know, like in Skyrim, when you go to like where the ice trolls are, basically, and you've got like that really gentle thing, it's like a bit of a blizzard. This is happening, but there's loads of pollen and spores. There is refractions of light now happening from the aura that you are getting close to being able to touch. How are you guys going to deal with the final 2 hours?
I'm going to create an enviro mask to protect me from the pollen.
Okay, so you create this, and it protects you from the environmental around you. So you give me survival check. I will give you a +2 modifier to this for having some adaptions on the go.
Oh.
My God. That's an 8.
You make them too late, and unfortunately, your mask comes on as some pollen spores get in. I need you to mark the dazed condition, please, on your character sheet.
Wonderful.
TJ.
I think TJ is really annoyed that no one appreciated his efforts to rally them. So I think TJ is singing to himself to keep himself going, and nobody else gets it.
Okay, I will give you the karaoke boon, but it won't count towards the success of this mission.
That's fine.
Okay.
18.
18, you are absolutely fine. You are going to be making it up there just fine, but none of you are going to gain a boon from this, which means we are going to be relying on Mallard, Poach, and Skelken at this point. This side of the table, please. What are you guys doing?
I actually have a shield, so I'm just going to very stoically hold it above my face, shielding the worst of the pollen.
Just a shield like that. It might help. I'll give you a +1 to this roll. It's going to be a survival.
Can I plus that?
Yep.
So 13.
Okay. 13 is a fail, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So, Ida.
With my HUD, it's kind of telling me that there's environmental damage coming up. So you just quickly see me touch the side of my throat as I cast instant upgrade. I essentially don't have to breathe. I can just stop breathing and still survive. So you just see the kind of metal from my boots kind of climb up, roll around my face, and I just don't have to breathe.
Awesome. That's
The
an
next
automatic
40 pass.
automatic pass.
For 40
You need
minutes.
to mark the dazed condition, please, Roos. Calyx.
I do have an environmental mask,
Yeah.
so I will probably. I mean, it's all liquid, so.
So give me a survival check to see if you can recognise the dangers in time to activate it in time. And once more, I'm going to need 3d20 rolls from somebody in the audience, please. If you want to come up, roll 3d20 at the front there, and we will see what the rest of the crew get. 18,
go on.
pass, so we have another success. Here we go. 6, keep going, another 2.
We need 2 more.
15. Okay, with modifiers, that's a pretty even split. And what they tend to do is they actually are scouting now at this point to try and keep you guys out of danger of any wildlife or any big birds or anything like that that could be acting as prey in this moment. But as you near the peak of the mountain, the path becomes narrower, with the jungle far below now just a distant memory, replaced by a thin, crisp air of high altitude. The staircase, worn, begins to part, revealing the towering form of this alien monastery, which now looms ahead like a beacon in the dense pollen fog. The first thing that strikes you is the silence, a deep, almost sacred quiet that envelops the peak, broken only by the faint whisper of wind against the stone. The monastery structure is unlike anything you've ever seen. The walls are smooth and seamless, composed of a strange material that seems to shift in colour depending on the angle of the light, ranging from deep indigo to shimmering silver. The entire building appears to have been sculpted from a single massive block, with no visible joints or seams, as if the structure was carved from the very peak itself. As you draw closer, your eyes are drawn to the intricate carvings that adorn the outer walls of this temple. They are not ordinary carvings, they are glyphs. They're shaped fluid and otherworldly, like a language not meant for mortal eyes. The glyph pulse with a soft, bioluminescent glow, casting a faint blue-green light that seems to come alive in the twilight, that reminds you of the jungle you just traversed. The light is steady, but occasionally on a ripple of energy, it will pass through the carvings as if the monastery itself is breathing. Among the glyphs, you begin to recognize patterns, a recurring symbol that stands out from the others. It is that of the butterfly, the symbol associated with the goddess Desna, the guardian of dreams, luck, and travelers. The butterfly symbols are more elaborate, with wings that appear to be in mid-flight, etched with such precision that they almost seem to flutter in the glowing light. Surrounding these butterflies are stars and crescent moons, intricately carved and also glowing softly, forming constellations that mimic the night sky. But not just the night sky here. Calyx, make me an astral navigation check, please.
Sorry.
Math!
So 26.
26. Okay, these constellations are from all over the galaxy. You can very easily see that there are stars and planets that you recognize. As you continue your ascent, you notice that the path itself is lined with these glowing symbols, guiding you towards the entrance of this monastery. The doorway is a towering arch flanked by 2 massive columns carved depicting Desna herself, one holding a staff crowned with a crescent moon, the other with an outstretched set of arms, as if they were welcoming those who seek her sanctuary. The archway is adorned with more of the bioluminescent glyphs, their light glowing brighter as you approach, almost as if recognizing your presence. Stepping through the archway, you are greeted by a profound sense of peace. The interior of this temple monastery is just as awe-inspiring as the exterior. Soft light filters through the intricately carved windows, casting patterns of stars and butterflies across the smooth floors, and the air is filled with a faint, sweet scent, and the walls seem to hum with a gentle, almost musical resonance, as if the very stones were singing in the praise of the goddess. Here, At the peak of the mountain, you are at the crossroad of worlds, where the divine meets the mortal, and the mysteries of the universe seem just within reach. And as you step through that archway into the heart of this alien monastery, the soft glow of these glyphs illuminating the interior with an ethereal light, you take a moment to absorb the serenity of this sacred place, your senses heightened by otherworldly atmosphere. And then, from the shadows of a vast hall in front of you, 4 figures emerge to greet you, and that is where we will pick up next week. Thank you so much, Falmouth Pavilion. It's been an absolute honor to be able to record a live session of our Starfinder podcast. You can check those all out on all of the podcast platforms. You can check us out on YouTube. All the QR codes are on the desk just over there on the table. Thank you to my players who are absolutely amazing. Guys, give it up for the cast of our show. Thank you so much to True Butterflies and Comic Movie and Anime Fest here in Falmouth. Thank you to all of you who have come out to this event to raise money for the charity. There's nothing left to say but goodbye and saying hello to the next panel. Thank you so much. May those dice gods be ever in your favor. Bye, guys.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.